Get used to it. I'm bringing it back.
Yeah, she's bringing it back.
What's up?
What's up, baby?
I see you in your hoodie.
You know,
what
I
is it
see you
giving?
in your hoodie over there, please. Look at you all.
Look at how I'm looking.
So look, y'all, this is our new from our new Friends Who Smash collection.
Yes.
As you see, it says, no matter where I go, trouble always seems to find me. And then hers says trouble.
Boom. I'm out here.
So we have different, different type of shirts or whatever. So you can go to
foreverdunkin.com. We have a variety of couples shirts on there. Please make sure you support. You can buy them as gifts, whatever you want to do, but they're on there. We got hoodies, we got t-shirts, all of the things. Shout out to @DrinkSpizzy. We live in Spizzy Studio @DrinkSpizzy. Yes, on Instagram. They have 2 locations, one in Camp Springs and one in Brandywine. Shout out to Vic and Tinsley for always opening their doors and creating space for the people in the Black community to elevate their businesses. Shout out to them.
How you doing though?
I feel awesome.
You look awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been a struggle with me growing my hair out because you know how much I like to cut my hair. But shout out to Corey for giving me the best wigs. You know what I mean? Like creating the best wigs for me. So
what's interesting is that I think what's funny. Well, I guess so back in the day, I don't remember people really talking about
wearing a wig.
Yeah, like they just wore the wig. Like they wanted to fake people out.
I don't know. People know this is not.
Not everyone.
Tomorrow I'll be on Instagram in my stories with my regular
if somebody like who never came to our podcast before saw you, they would think that was your hair. But in this day and age, like I feel like women are like, hey, look, I'm wigging it up.
It's a wig. I mean, come on, keep it real with yourself. I mean, but I've always been open about if I'm wearing a wig or
So what's so embarrassing when people when I be seeing these videos when people be taking women's wigs off in public? Like
I don't care if somebody's snatch my wig off. I don't care. It don't matter to me. I'm
so if I snatch your wig off right now, you'll be straight.
I don't want you to do that, but if you did do that, I wouldn't care.
I didn't say
I would still sit here as if I had this wig. I would. I most definitely would.
But you're different though. I guess I'm asking you to speak for all women, and
I can't speak for all women because I'm not vain like that. So I can't speak for all women.
In that definitely different.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling exceptionally energetic.
Yes, shout out to Black Men Ventures and a successful pitch competition that y'all had earlier in the month. I'm very excited about that.
Thank you, man. Black Men Ventures, that's my nonprofit organization. We help create access to capital for Black male founders. We have raised over $50,000-$60,000. We helped funded over 20 founders with businesses. So. Yeah, I'm excited about it. We're just going to keep going.
Yeah, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. And also make sure y'all continue to stay tuned and stay tapped into us announcing when the date for our live broadcast here at Spizzy Studio in March.
It's a lot, y'all. We got a lot going on. Like, for real, we got to bring back Views from Forever.
Yes, we do. I was looking at it the other night, and it was so good. I was crying. I wasn't looking at the actual play. I was looking at promotion that we had put together and videos that we were putting out to promote it. And of course, I was looking at Charles, and I just was crying, and I was like, "Oh God, this was such a great time," and it felt really good. So we definitely have to bring that back. Remember, I text you like, "I'm looking at the play, and it looks good." But yes, we back for another episode of Friends Who Smash podcast, and we got some special guests up in the building.
The dynamic duo, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, we got the Cobbs in the building. Hey, y'all.
Hey, man. What up?
The DJ, what we call y'all? DJ, what is it?
DJ D Spade and my beautiful queen.
DJ Queen Spade.
D Spade and Queen Spade.
Yeah.
That's tight.
That is tight. Okay, so y'all, we know CC and Cobb through our mutual friend Marcus and his wife Tasha, and we grew we just connected instantly.
Yeah,
I don't even remember which party it was, but they
had so many parties.
Yeah,
it's just whenever If that's the drinking palace over there, boy.
Like shit. Like shit.
Shout out to the Ellises.
Yes.
But y'all make a nigga go to AA meetings. For sure.
No, it's really these two.
Oh yeah.
It's them.
Yes.
It's
yes.
Cobb. It's CC and Cobb
Y'all the
because they
ringleaders.
always have the games, the drinking games.
And y'all be doing like drinking games that's just so fun that you don't even know you drunk until the next morning.
The next morning you be like, what the hell happened last
Where
night?
do y'all be coming up with these games? I feel like y'all just be going to colleges getting that game and then bringing it back to us.
Yes.
Be like, hey, they was doing this at Howard yesterday.
Let's go get the red cups.
But yeah, shout out to y'all though. But yeah, it's like you said, it's just been organic.
Yeah.
It hasn't been intentional.
Yeah.
It's just been organic too. You know, I remember the trip that we took. You know, thank y'all too as well. They actually.
Oh, that was such a dope trip.
We were going, and I don't even know if they knew, but at the time we were going through something.
Yes.
And we just needed a break. I don't think
we just lost a baby.
Yes, that's what
We
it was.
just lost a baby, and CC.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
We didn't even know. We didn't know that.
Oh yeah, we
didn't know
just
that.
lost a baby.
Wow.
And y'all
Okay.
invited us on a trip. That was definitely fun.
We should go back there. That place was so nice.
It was. I'm still laughing about the bike ride. Lord.
I don't know. We call that a bike ride.
Yeah, we was rolling.
Good times. Yeah.
We and not only that, my birthday they came and got us. Remember, I think it was for my birthday. Y'all
We went
came
out
and got
to
us.
eat, and then we went
We
to the
went to the
Go-Go.
Go-Go. Oh my God, that was so
We went to see what
We
band?
didn't see what man on a
Yeah.
Wednesday
had
night.
a ball. We were that Thursday morning was not a regular Thursday morning.
Yeah.
I woke up and I was like, "What the hell
It's
happened
like,
last
it's
night?"
like y'all don't have jobs.
It's like they're teenagers.
Yeah, y'all
or they're in
party
their
like y'all don't
20s.
have jobs.
Listen, when you get of age, sometimes you just gotta grab life by the horns and just,
I feel you.
make things happen. Because
feel
you
you.
never gonna have time for real.
That's
feel
true.
you.
That's
I feel
true.
you.
How long? So tell our listeners how long y'all have been married.
So you want to take that one, baby?
5 years.
My man.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that was in the back pocket.
Wait up. She gave you an easy
She
one.
was like, "Do you want to take that one, baby?"
It's alive. I'll take
No,
it.
that was a test.
It was.
I know it was. That was a test.
Nah, I'm not paying the $5.
I ain't paying the
Yeah,
fine.
you paying the $5.
Okay, so I have a question. How does y'all been married for 5 years? So how does life compare now to before you were married?
Oh.
Or even to the beginning of your marriage.
Yes.
I would say probably from the beginning of our marriage. We kind of had goals and plans, but nothing concrete. And I don't think we were as focused. I think we were just kind of enjoying being married, and that's completely fine. But I do think that now we're definitely more focused on where we want to go. And it's like, okay, love is great. Love is amazing. But okay, now what else? What
Yeah.
else can we do to grow stronger together?
Yeah.
Spiritually, financially, physically. So I think that's kind of been our focus over the past couple of years. What you think? Right?
Hold on. Hey, Cobb. Are you just
You have an
going?
opinion, Carl.
Are you just going to you gonna ditto her all night? Are you gonna be like what she said all night?
Nah, absolutely not. But nah, I think not even I think, I know, like, we've grown a lot. I know I've grown a lot as a man being married to you.
Oh, speak on it. Speak on.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's go ahead.
We gonna stay right there? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just where I was at before we got married. I just wasn't as mature as I am now. My thoughts was different. And now you've challenged me enough, and you know, made me step my game up so much, because I had to step my game up, to get right for my baby. So we here now.
That's
5
tight.
years. I ain't paying the $5.
That's so dope. I hear it's crazy. Not crazy, but it's refreshing now that I hear more black men saying those things about their marriages.
I think that any black man that is, well, let me not generalize, but I know from the people that I know that are married, a woman she changes you. You know what I'm saying? And it's not intentional in a sense, like, you know,
I'm gonna make you be what I want you to be. Yeah,
it's just that a woman brings something different to a man's life, and so it's my belief that I don't think that any man, and I know I'm probably gonna get fried for saying this, but I don't think that you can really be your best self. You know, you can be great, but I don't think that you can be the greatest that you can possibly be without a woman beside you, because I think that she just gives you a different perspective. She gives you more focus. She just gives you some things that you just wouldn't get on your own. Like, my testosterone is just not going to give it to me. Yeah. You know, so I think that when men get married, when they find that one, you know, that one often comes with, yo, she changed my perspective. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She poured into me. She made me, you know, and I'm switching up, not because, you know, she telling me to switch up, but because I want to step up. I want to be there. She can't be doing all this shit and then I'm just chilling and shit. Like, yo, I'm married to you, so I can't just be on the sideline just chilling. Like, nah, I gotta go out here and make it happen.
So I'm gonna ask you the same question that I asked them. I mean, you kind of just like piggyback off what Cobb said, but you know, what do you think has changed
in our marriage since we?
Like, I mean, how does our life compare
to when we were?
When we I guess before we were married, or I mean, you and I talk about this a lot. We just haven't talked about it on air.
I think we're more mature. I think that we're more intentional. You know, I think that we are more open to trying to understand each other. I think that we're more focused. Yeah.
I also think that we are stronger. Our bond is stronger, and that we, for sure, put each other before we put anybody else. I think that was an issue in our marriage prior, but I think now we get it. We understand that it's you and I. Yeah. Period. It's not you, me, the kids, my mother, my father, my sisters, my brothers, your sister, your family. It's you and I. Like, at the end of the day, at the end of the road, it will be you and I. Now, unless we need somebody to fucking take care of us, but it's you and I. So I think that with knowing that, we have grown to appreciate that I'm your person and you're mine first, before anything.
So 2 years ago, we did the Tough Mudder with 15 young men and 15 grown male adults. The experience was something that we will never forget. It was breathtaking. The ride home, we shared testimonies. It was very emotional. Some people cried, some people hugged. It was just a life experience that I'll never forget. This year, we decided to bring the matriarchs of our community, the women. It's all going down on May the 22nd. We will provide the transportation to Philadelphia for the Tough Mudder event, t-shirts so that we all look uniform and everyone can see that we're together. Breakfast provided by Kitchen Cray Cafe. Lunch tickets for you to eat there. So please get your ticket today at friendswhosmash.com.
All right, so y'all, DJ Spade and DJ Queen Spade, how in the hell did this happen? How did this happen? Like, how did you become a DJ? Just start.
Who's the better DJ?
He is. He's a better DJ. Like, without question, I'm not even going front like
I'm
that.
not the better DJ. We better together.
Oh, this nigga trying to get some action tonight. I feel you. You trying to get the works. I feel you.
There's no way I'm gonna come on Friends Who Smash and not be able to smash at the end of the night.
I feel you.
A mess.
How did it happen, Cece? Like, how did you? What happened?
So it was the oddest thing. So it kind of started out when we first got together, like he was already DJing, like he'd been DJing since college. So we got together, and then, you know, me just like, okay, I'm gonna go with you and support you. So I'm just going along with him on his gigs and things like that, you know, kind of paying attention, but not really paying attention to what he was doing. And it was one event that he was DJing, and that I double booked him by mistake. That was my fault, and he had to leave and go somewhere else. And so it was one of our friends' events, a community event that they do every year. So they were really cool about it. We were like, look, he got to dip out, but it's like an hour left. And he was like, okay, so you're going to have to DJ. I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, you've been following me around doing this for so many years. You got it.
Damn.
And so the funny thing is, so I got on, had no idea what I was doing, but I was like, you know what? I know where he keeps Northeast Groovers was the first song that I played.
NEG.
And now NEG, always can never go wrong with NEG.
Never.
Look at you. You so nice. You know that's his favorite band.
I did not know that.
That's his favorite band.
Can never go wrong with NEG. And so I'm like, you know what? All right, I'm going to play this. And so then it's like I'm just playing for myself. And as a matter of fact, we were right there on Capitol Heights. There's a McDonald's right across the street from Hampton. Was it Hampton Mall?
Conference Center.
And then it was a professional building right there. So we were right in that parking lot. So I'm playing Groovers, and I'm like, okay, all right. So I'm just playing for myself.
Yeah.
The people in the McDonald's started sizing me. They were like, oh yeah, you know. So then I'm getting my confidence. So I'm just playing, and then my friends are like, yeah, girl, you know, they go live. And so then it's like, all right, this was fun, you know. And then one of our friends that we met during kickball, she reached out to me. She's like, hey, we're having a community event, and I really think it would be dope if the young girls can actually see a female DJ.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm kind of not a DJ at this point. She was like, no, but, you know, I saw what you were doing. I believe in you. I think you can do it. So I was like, okay. So we went and we did that. And then another friend came, and she was like, okay, I have this event at Capitol Heights Elementary. It was a girls empowerment event, and they wanted all female vendors. And they were like, you know what? It would be dope if we had a female DJ. And I'm like, okay. So I go and do that. And little girls, oh my goodness, they are the best.
For real?
They want to give you hugs. They're cheering. They're screaming. And I'm up there nervous. He wasn't there because he was at work.
Yeah.
So I'm
So you
trying to
was
set
by
up.
yourself.
I was by myself.
Oh
so I'm
my
trying to
God.
set up.
Crushed it.
And so, but the little girls and the teachers and everyone, shout out to Capitol Heights Elementary, they were just amazing. The staff was amazing.
Wow.
And then they were like, you know what? You should really kind of
Do this.
do this and
for
kind of
sure.
get paid for it, you know? And then he bought me my first set, I think soon after that.
Wow. Cobb was
And
like,
then
look, this shit is happening.
We got to get this money. We can't leave nothing on the table, man.
That's the best way to be able to do it full time. Hey, get your wife involved in it.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just took off from there. And it definitely not what I expected at all.
Yeah.
Like, because I was just really, like I said, that very first time I was just playing the songs that I wanted to hear, you know, and not really
Northeast
playing, Northeast Group, JY, you know, all in that vein, sprinkle a little bit of backyard.
Yeah.
Why was it sprinkled with just a little bit of backyard? I want full force.
Because they were kids.
Backyard.
Yeah, backyard. Sometimes, you know, I love them to death. Don't get me wrong, I love them to death. But sometimes it's not as kid friendly.
It's not.
Pretty girl.
Hey.
And some do they smoke.
Yeah.
We used to sing that to our baby, and I would say, pretty girls, and some do they smoke.
No.
And some what do they know?
Nothing.
And some can we go?
No.
That's
funny. So dope. When I saw you DJ for First Baptist, and I was like, oh my goodness, look at her. She is out here.
Is it hard to DJ for Christians per se?
I wouldn't say it's hard. I would say the prep work. Well, I care enough to really, really put in the prep that's needed because, you know, when you're DJing for a church or a church event, especially if you're streaming through their platform, you got to be careful of lyrics. You got to be careful of content. So I'm literally reading every word of every song that I plan on playing and kind of really only sticking to that list because there are so many songs I kid you not, that I listened to, singing as a kid back then and singing as an adult right now and not really realize what I'm
you were saying. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, I can't play this. So,
yeah,
it's
it's some songs that you listen to them. It's like, yo, dude was a pervert.
Yeah.
Listen,
Like shit.
it's like, it's wild. So, yeah, it was, I like those events though. 'Cause really music is it's universal. I mean, I know I know, all of y'all know. And people just want to feel good. They just want an escape from whatever it is that they got going on at the moment. And it's like, all right, I hear my song, whether it's the wobble, something as simple as that, or anything uplifting. People just really gravitate to that, and I love that feedback.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all a question. So if COVID didn't happen and y'all were getting booked all the time, would y'all leave y'all jobs?
Absolutely.
Cece, I don't know about that.
Hey, look, I just got my doctorate. Shit, you think I didn't spend 12 years in school for nothing?
I'm out.
It's definitely more definitive.
I just did 4. I'm out. I feel you, dog.
I'm out. I mean, I'm a teacher full time as well. I love teaching, but I'd rather teach voluntarily.
Music.
You know what I'm saying? I'd rather teach when I want to. When I'm just I come in and I spend time with the kids because I don't. Yeah, I'd rather do that. But DJing, full time. I would love to be like a Jazzy Jeff. You know what I'm saying? Jazzy Jeff status is. And he's amazing. So stuff like that is dope.
That's dope.
All right, so I got a question. He hates when I say this.
When you look at me, I just always know you up to something.
No. I want to talk about deal breakers. So I hear a lot about people saying that they don't have any deal breakers in their marriages because, they're super, super and the Christians always come for me, but super holier than thou, no matter what, blah, 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 they're going to stick it in. Do y'all have any deal breakers in your marriage? Look at Cobb. Cobb yeah, I do. Wish yours. And if you do, why? And what and why?
Yeah, we not doing the cheating thing and you getting involved with somebody else. Absolutely not. No deal breakers, bro.
No entanglements.
Yeah, no entanglements. No entanglements. No dancing with with
Yeah. You said no dancing with the others?
I'm just playing around.
Oh,
but no entanglements. That's because I believe we made a commitment to each other. And that commitment is more than just a word, it's more than just a document. That's something that we both made to each other. So yeah, there's no others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CC?
I would agree. And I try to, because you do, and you're like, oh, well, would I stay? And it's like,
no,
I wouldn't. I know me, and I have to be honest with me. And it's like, if I don't leave, somebody's gonna die. I mean, that's just my initial reaction. I'm like, okay, yeah, somebody got to go. But all jokes aside, I would, once the trust is broken, it's really hard to get back. And I'm not sure if I will ever get back to a place where I could love him the way that I would feel he deserved to be loved.
Yeah.
Because I would always, that's cheating. Yeah. Adultery is a deal breaker.
Okay. Mr. Duncan.
Damn, I hate when you come to me first. I mean, I'll be real. I'm gonna be honest, and I don't think the only thing that I could think of is something super drastic, I don't know. Because I mean, me personally, I understand y'all, so I want to let you know, my opinion is my opinion. I respect what you're saying. But I just think that we grow. I think that relationships, and I do think that we supposed to be faithful and we supposed to be committed to each other. But I think that we put a whole lot on that when, for real, let's say you don't believe in me. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you don't believe in me our entire marriage. You know what I'm saying? You don't really support me or whatever. Is that as dangerous as someone cheating on you? You know what I'm saying? Let's say that you don't you don't communicate with me or it's certain other things that I feel like are important as well. So with me, I feel like we can get through anything. It's gonna be tough. I don't want to, but I feel like we can get through it. But it's gonna be tough. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely gonna be tough, and we may not make it through it, but I feel like we can if we really put the work in. So I don't know if I have any deal breakers per se.
This is gonna be hard because you don't have any, but I do, and it's like fuck.
No, it's
I
cool.
don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with
Infidelity?
like infidelity at all. I don't want. I'm talking emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, none of that shit. Like I cannot handle that. Mm-hmm. I can't handle it because you're mine, right? And just to know that somebody experienced it, I will not be able to trust again because I don't. If somebody like if I'm just like going out, say me and you, TC, we go out and then you do something and I can't trust you no more, I'll never talk to her again, right? Mm-hmm. Never talk to you again. And this is a friend. And so my husband, like, I lay with you. I share my most intimate moments with you. I share my life with you. And to know that you stepped out on me, regardless of whatever the reason you stepped out, that for me is a huge disrespect because it's not even just the physical, you sleeping with somebody, but you just sharing yourself with somebody in a way that you've told God that you would only share with me. And so that's that right there. And I also think that it has a lot to do with my trauma because every relationship I was in prior to Black, I've been cheated on. They've had babies on me, and they've always come back to tell me how much they love me and how much they can't live without me and all. And I know that they weren't my husbands.
Yeah.
My husband.
Oh, whoa.
They weren't my husband. No, they weren't my husband.
Have you got multiples?
No, that they weren't my husband.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker.
We found one.
We found one.
I know that they weren't my husband, but the mere fact that my heart was able to forgive them and believe that they loved me so much and they did it because and I still took them back. I don't ever want to be that. Not forgiving because I have to forgive, but I don't want to even put myself in a place where I have to even think, are you lying to me now? Because just say we have an issue and you leave or you go outside or whatever the case may be, and now in my mind I'm thinking he's going back to that girl or he got somebody else. And so I'm just being honest. For me, I just wouldn't be able to deal with it.
Let me say this. I just want to say this to clear the air. So I have a problem with infidelity. I have a problem with all of that. What I'm saying is, and I'm just being a realist for myself, I don't think it'll be easy to cut it off. Meaning that if she cheated on me, I can sit here all day and say that's a deal breaker. I'm done. But if she cheated on me, I don't know if I'm going to be sticking with that. You know what I'm saying?
Sticking with what?
With you not being in my life.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm gonna stick with that. Like I've been with you for so long. You are all that I know. You know what I'm saying? For 10 years. For whatever. Like I can act like I'm gonna be strong and stand on what I said or whatever. But my mind is like, I'm sitting in the house crying. My stomach is in knots and all that type of stuff. I'm like, I just call her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just have a conversation with her. Yeah. And then we have a conversation and she, throw all this stuff and then we end up smashing. But then I'm just saying that I think it'll be tough. So it's hard for me to say that this is a deal breaker because a deal breaker means that everything is done. It's just no way that I'm getting back with you. And I don't know if I can say that for myself.
I can see how you can feel that way because when I think about it, but I just don't feel like it'll be the same.
I mean, I would agree with that. I can agree with that.
And it's like, damn, we worked so hard to get here through all this shit. Now we gotta work through this shit, and this is a lot of shit.
I agree with that.
I gotta
think it'll
work
be so
through this
difficult.
too.
Yeah.
And this is hard because this is where I'm the weakest at, is trusting somebody that fucked me over. You know what I mean? Like that shit is making me emotional now. Just thinking about having to work through that, and just it's exhausting just thinking about having, because the work that we've already put in through everything that we've been through, and that's not to say that it ends.
I think that's my point as well. Like, that is not the only hard work that's going to come.
No,
like,
I'm not saying that, but
yeah.
I'm just saying, but that is a different type of work for me. It's a
Gotcha.
different type of difficult. So it's like you have a chemistry test, and then you also have a calculus test. Both of them are equally difficult in their own right. You know what I'm saying? I got to use different.
But you don't know how to count, so the calculus one is like you ain't really trying to do that.
I'm not gonna laugh at that. No.
Nah, I understand.
You
what
already
you're saying.
did it, Cece. You
I
laughed
tried.
at me. You chuckled a little bit. You got more chuckle in your
It caught me.
You know you can't do calculus like this. Nah, I get it though. I get it, y'all.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
For
So,
real, for real.
so deal breaker. So yes, that's the Cobbs have their deal breaker. Sherelle has her deal breaker, and Mr. Duncan doesn't have a
I
deal
have
breaker.
I think I just want to change the name of them, but I don't know
Okay.
what I'll change it to though.
What you mean? Change what? Change deal breaker?
Yeah, change the name deal breaker. Like,
So like what? So okay. So
the
if I did something,
let's put it this way: things that will make me
Check
want
out?
to leave. Yep, check out or want to leave. You know what I'm saying? Or want to divorce. You know what I'm saying? Things that will make me want to do that.
Okay.
I have those.
Okay,
which
so
is
what is it?
infidelity. Infidelity. You know, if we're just living and then just existing and don't really have like a connection, that shit. Financial, like if in finances, if you've been reckless and not, considering me, all of these type of things is
damn, he's ready to
yeah.
say,
Bro, you got a list.
fuck it.
it's a rack of shit. It's a rack of shit. That make me think about it. I'm like, yes.
All right.
But
so,
even in with all that stuff though, would it still be difficult? Kind of like what you were saying with the infidelity, where you know what I'm saying, she's being reckless with finances, and then you still wouldn't you still be sitting at home with the same that difficulty?
Yeah, I mean that's gonna come regardless.
Yeah.
I sit at, like when we have a falling out, I feel that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's I think it's a part of marriage, right? And I think in like one of the things about this podcast that we're trying to do is just to show people that this is marriage. You know, it's tough. It's like anything else that you're trying, like business, right? Mm-hmm. They say marriage is a business, right? In business, you gonna succeed, you gonna fail, you gonna have to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to do, like, it's gonna be some low times. It's gonna be some times where you think you're gonna have to close down your doors. You're gonna have to shut down your business. But in order for you to do it, you got to learn. You got to, get the right people on your team. You got to do. So I think marriage is the same way. And I want people to see that versus thinking that it's all fairy tale. Like this shit. And it's not just infidelity. Like everybody's not getting divorced just because of infidelity. It's a rack of other shit that's involved in marriage that can make you distance yourself from your spouse, and those things need to be talked about too.
Absolutely.
I wanted, so we talk about overcoming things, right? Like, how do you overcome things in your marriage? And you and I have shared intimate conversations about marriage and how you get through it. What would you say would be your toughest thing that you had to get through, and how did you make it through?
I would say that the toughest thing, that one of the biggest challenges that we had, was around just communication. Because I like to talk about everything. If something's wrong, I'm feeling something, I'm going to just let it go.
Yeah.
And Cobb doesn't always communicate as openly as I would want him to. And so that was a struggle for me, because I was like, hey, how are we going to work on this if you don't tell me how you're feeling or what's going on? And, so we...
I don't know. I see him saying, how we going to work? I don't know.
And so that was a struggle, because, if anything came up and I'm like, okay, we got to talk about this, he wouldn't talk at the moment, but then maybe 3 weeks later he would bring it up. And I was like, wait, you should have said something 3 weeks ago. And so, that sometimes it's challenging.
We just figured this out the other day. Maybe this would be helpful for y'all too. But I mean, you want to say
You
it?
talking about leaving and then like finding. Okay, so
Or I'm a lot like you, where I want to talk about it now, but that may not be the best time too. And so go ahead, baby.
So what we decided, and we haven't had to use it, thankfully. God knows, Jesus, please, God, Satan, get thee behind. Oh, fuck Satan up. But no, one of the things that I said to him was, let's go out of the house, take a walk, or go to our favorite place and have the conversation. Because what I've realized is when we have the conversation in the house, it just gets heated. We get upset. We not like really hearing each other. We're offensive, defensive. But if we were to go outside and take a walk and actually talk about it and get away from the scene of the crime, really, it actually brings a little more light, and you are more open to actually talk about how you're feeling and do it in a way that it is effective and productive. So it's not a lingering thought, because Black also holds on to things. He'll hold on to something and then he'll say it because he feels like if he was to say it right then and there, I'm gonna blow up on him, or I'm not gonna be able to hear him or see him. But if we're out of the house and we have a conversation about what's going on, the scenery is different, and also it doesn't seem so hard. Conversations in the house seem hard for me, especially because of what has happened in the house. Conversations, when you look back to conversations we've had, it didn't end well. You know what I mean? But if we go outside, because we actually did that before, a long time ago. We took a ride and we talked about something, and we actually got a better resolution from that, and it actually worked so well. And so I know that's what we're going to start doing.
Yeah.
That's good.
We got to get out of the house.
Yeah, or give some time, some space in between to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that works for us. We haven't used the second one yet, but
What?
the leaving the house.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't intentionally done that yet.
Yeah, we haven't had to do that yet. Knock on wood.
So, Cobb, what would you say?
Well, can I say one more thing? So, and I will. So, not to pick on him. So, one of the things that I do though, and I'll own it.
Not to pick on him, but I'm gonna pick on him.
No.
Okay.
This is about me. I'm gonna own it.
Okay.
Is that sometimes when we're having a discussion and he wants to talk about it, if I'm overly emotional about it, I will shut down and be like, I don't want to talk about it right now. It's because I don't want to say anything, that I would regret.
Yeah.
Or gut punch, or not play fair in the communication. And I'm like, I just need to gather my thoughts, and I'll just shut down and withdraw. And I know that bothers him, but for me, that's just it's kind of like a safe mechanism to prevent things from getting worse, because then I'll be all off topic. I'm gonna talk about this, and this.
Oh, so you hold on to stuff too. You said you're going to talk about this, and this.
Yeah, well, no, I'll talk about stuff that's not even related. So it's not holding on to something. Well, I guess it kind of is holding on to something.
Is.
Yeah,
it's
you're
definitely
right.
holding on to something.
I was about to rub you in the thigh like,
It is.
sis.
It's definitely holding on to something.
So, or stuff that I, didn't feel like was properly resolved. So, yeah, it is, holding on to stuff. But I know he doesn't like to shut down.
Yeah.
I really want us to get past, I know the therapy, it will help with that, but I really want us to get past the holding on to stuff, and because it just makes it so much worse.
Recently we've been binge watching Curb Your Enthusiasm.
It's so good.
I think we can learn so much from the way that
Larry David.
People cuss him out
constantly,
and this dude is so unbothered. I want to be, and he'll just ask him a regular, you can just finish cussing him out, and he'll be like, well, how was your day? You know what I'm saying? You finish cussing me out, I'm looking straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even looking at you. Don't say nothing to me. But
I think it just comes with healing. You know what I'm saying? Feeling like you were wronged as a child, from your parents, maybe from people, your godparents, people out in the street, friends, and we just hold on to that childhood trauma, and it just grows bigger when we become adults. And so it's really hard for us to see people and give them grace, you know what I'm saying, see their perspective and not hold on to it, you know what I mean, like, because ultimately when you're holding on to something, you haven't really given that person I don't think you have given that person grace. You have even really looked at their perspective when you hold on to it, and like you said, if it wasn't properly resolved, now you feel like now we go into this whole like victim mentality. I know I'm guilty of that, you know what I mean, like going into being the victim when in all actuality I haven't even looked at Black's perspective in the situation. So now I'm holding on to something. I haven't said anything to him, and we haven't even had a chance to really like dive deep into it because both of us are being offensive. We're not giving each other grace. He's holding on to his shit. I'm holding on to my shit. So now we just stuck. You know what I mean? And I just really want us to get to a place where it's not, well, you know, when you did this 2 years ago and when you did this, like it's just a like a revolving door and nothing is getting solved. So I'm a pray on that.
Yeah, please do. Pray for all of us. Pray for all of us.
So, including yourself.
Yes, pray for all of us.
So mine isn't holding on to stuff that happened like years ago. Like what really I would say bothers me is that if we have a discussion about, let's say, finances, and when we talk about it, and then 2 weeks later we have to have that same discussion about finances, and I'm like, I know we just talked about this 2 weeks ago. Like that bothers me because it feels like I'm a broken record a little bit, and it's just like, okay, I'm repeating the same things. My position hasn't changed. I just don't feel like you're listening.
But I didn't get the TV 2 weeks ago. So it's like I want my TV and I'm not being heard. So I want the 85 inch. And 2 weeks ago we wasn't in the. Okay, well it's been 2 weeks. We've gotten paid.
Yeah, are we there now?
Right. You know what I'm saying? The playoffs is coming.
Exactly. Let's revisit it.
So
That's a real life scenario.
I can tell. Did you get the 85?
Oh yeah, it's in the basement.
Oh, it's in the basement.
It's in the basement and mounted. You know, you got to be persistent.
Yeah, you got what you got. Let me ask a question though. From you saying that statement, like, what is and this is for both of y'all. Why is it so grueling
to repeat ourselves
or to remind me or like why is that so grueling? Like
I'm so glad you asked this. I'm so glad you asked this because I am so sick of repeating myself, and I feel like you have a selective memory of the things that you want to remember. And for me and you will remember work-related stuff because you write it down, you put it in your phone, you write it on your little whiteboards all over the house.
I don't have whiteboards all over the house.
You have them, okay, you don't have them in our room, but you have them in the living room. You have them You got whiteboards everywhere. But you don't remember the things the personal things as much as you do business.
So let's get to the root of it. So it's not the fact that you have to repeat yourself. You're mad because I don't remember.
So, all right. So here's what it translates to.
Because
right?
you can.
Can I
you
just
can
say
repeat,
this? No. Did you ask me a question?
Yeah, but I didn't finish. But I didn't finish the question though.
You's a lie. You about to put something else on this because of what I just said. No, you're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Okay.
Sometimes when I have to repeat myself about the things that matter, right, and that's important, if I gotta continue to repeat to me, if it matters to me, and I gotta continue to repeat myself, it feels like you're not. It doesn't matter to you. It doesn't make you feel like you want to move. But if it's work, you gonna move because you so engulfed with work. But I'm your wife, and I asked you to do this thing, and I've asked you to do this thing multiple times, which means I need this thing done. But if I go out and do it myself, then we have a problem. So it's like.
So look, I'm gonna give y'all a real life scenario real quick. All right, real life scenario. So I be forgetting stuff all the time, regardless.
All the time.
For work too. So she always throwing this work thing in there, but I forget about it in work for work too. It is 9:30, 9:45. You know what I'm saying? I'm in sleep mode. You know what I'm saying? She says, "Baby, I want you to go get a vacuum tomorrow."
Oh my God.
She says, "Baby, I want you to go get a vacuum tomorrow." I say, "Okay." I just say, "Okay." Like, you know.
No,
okay.
he didn't say anything. I said, "Hello."
I said, "Okay."
I need you to go get a vacuum cleaner tomorrow.
I said, "Okay." The next day, I'm not thinking about no vacuum. You know what I'm saying? It's just totally slipped my mind. But if she said, "Baby, you know, I asked you to go get the vacuum," I'd be like, "Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to go get it on my lunch break," or something like that. But that frustrates her so much.
Wait a minute. You're doing this? Okay, since we're doing this, let's do this.
Nah, I mean, we have guests, though. We have guests.
No.
I just want to let you know that we have guests on the show.
So y'all heard what he just said, right?
I'm just saying we got guests on the show.
He said that I should have just said, "Baby, can you go get the vacuum?" And he would have got it on his lunch break.
Absolutely.
You want me to tell you what he said to me? He said, I said, "Baby, you didn't." The next day, I said, "Baby, you didn't even go get the vacuum cleaner."
That ain't how you said it.
What I
that ain't
say?
how you said it. You said, you know, you said
Oh, I was
a
being
little
sarcastic. Yeah, I was being sarcastic. I was like, no.
Like
I
you
said,
got the vacuum.
No. So Sage picked up a noodle from the carpet, right? Because she always get noodles. So she picked up a noodle. I said, "See, if dad would have gotten a vacuum cleaner today, we could have vacuumed the thing."
So that's how
his
she
response.
was
Tone.
His response.
Very much true though.
No,
very much.
but
true.
I didn't say it like
That is-
I didn't say it like I wasn't like, "Oh, if dad," I said, "Oh, if dad would have got the vacuum cleaner today,
That's
I
the
could have
same
vacuumed."
thing.
Exactly. So you think that if you
It's not the same. It's not the same.
That's the same
It's different.
See,
All right.
this
Okay,
is
so
the
no,
difference
let me
between men
finish.
and
Let me
women.
finish. So he say, "I wasn't you. Yeah, I heard when you said that, but you think I'm going to get a vacuum cleaner while I'm working? I can't. I'm not getting a vacuum cleaner on my
No,
work week.
that's not what I said.
I'm gonna get it on the weekend." I said, "What about your lunch break?" He said, "I knew I wasn't getting that vacuum cleaner tomorrow." That's what this nigga said.
I did say that.
That's the disrespect that I'm saying. Like that's
yes.
disrespectful as shit.
I said I knew I wasn't gonna get that vacuum.
So he's saying all this. He's saying all this bullshit about, "Oh, if you would have reminded me." You never intended to get the vacuum
You're
cleaner
right.
in the first place. So that's what I'm saying about repeating myself. So if you feel like that about that, you feel like that about everything that I asked you
No,
to
that's
do.
not. Now you
So
going now.
and
now
I'm
you
taking
going,
that shit and I'm running with it. I'm running with that shit.
That's spaghetti.
Yep, I'm running with that shit because that's how you felt. You said that shit. You said that shit. You stood 10 toes firm on it. You said, "I knew I wasn't getting that vacuum cleaner tomorrow."
That's horrible.
Why would you ask me to do something like that during the week? I'm gonna say that for the weekend, and I'm thinking in my head, "Nigga, do you know how many things I do during the week, and you can't go up the street to get a vacuum cleaner?" And I'm thinking in my head, you make 1,000 runs to go get coffee, but you can't go get a damn vacuum
not
cleaner
this week.
right beside the place.
Not this week. And that's what she said. She said you can go get coffee. Going to get coffee and going to get a vacuum cleaner is two different things.
You still leave the house. You still get out of the car. You still go to a store.
I go to Target. You got to go to Target. Target and 7-Eleven is two different things, right? And then on top of that, you have to figure out which vacuum cleaner you gonna get. I
So
don't have
do
to
the
figure that out
research. Do
for
the
coffee.
research before you go.
See what I'm saying? I'm
And then-
working. I don't got time to do
That's
research
bullshit.
on the vacuum
So
cleaner.
yes, I will continue to get frustrated. Y'all, there will be no update until
We have
he
guests,
changes his
baby.
stance.
We have
Amazon,
guests.
I will
Amazon
continue
Prime
to be
works.
frustrated and
That's true.
irritated with
Amazon
him.
Prime, order
I
that
should have
blicky.
did. You're right. You're
See,
right.
you should have did that. You could have did that, but you already made up your mind that you wasn't doing that shit.
You would've ordered it.
I was determined not to get that.
She was
motherfucker.
determined to
Sometimes you
make
gotta
me
prove
do
a
something.
point, though.
Nope.
Nah, you gotta prove a point.
Why do you
sometimes.
have to prove a point?
It's not really proving a point.
It's not. I wasn't trying to
Oh,
prove
now
a
you gonna
point.
backtrack and say
Yeah,
why
I am.
really
Why,
prove
why
it?
was it important that he got the vacuum cleaner?
Yeah.
So okay, so
'Cause he's gonna vacuum.
So the thing is that if it's like if it's something
He's
that
going to vacuum.
Yes. What are you talking about? Why wouldn't I vacuum? I vacuumed when we had a vacuum cleaner before. What are we talking about? That's what I'm saying. I don't understand this.
Now he feels attacked,
No,
but he
no.
just told me that he
No.
knew he wasn't getting that vacuum cleaner.
I did, because first of all, it was random. It was just random. Like, hey, baby, get a vacuum cleaner. Like, I was like, okay. You know
But
what
I'm
saying?
not.
Yeah.
Because we still don't have that damn vacuum
We
cleaner,
still
and
don't.
I asked them for that vacuum cleaner on Tuesday.
But let's go
Saturday.
back to proving the point though. Let's go back to that.
So because
No,
sometimes
you just want to take it
I
off
want
of
to
you.
know. I want to know this.
it's a matter of if it's something that's important to me and I express that with you, because the thing is we can get stuff done all the time
Period.
without question. If I need a vacuum, I'm gonna order a vacuum. But sometimes I just want you to share that load with me. Hey
Yeah.
babe, you know what? Can you do this? And that's what I tell Cobb all the time. There's some things I can't do for myself, absolutely. But most of the stuff I can do for myself. And so if I ask you for help, I want you to help me.
Yeah.
Because I normally don't ask you for help because I take care of everything.
Exactly.
Or take care of most things without bothering him with stuff. Because I know he's just as busy as I am.
Mm-hmm.
So little things or things that it just doesn't matter, I'm going to get it myself.
Yeah.
You know, with the vacuum. And funny story is funny now. But how I fell down the stairs and fractured my foot. The shampooer was upstairs.
Bootsy.
Hey, hey, babe, can you take the shampooer downstairs so I can clean the carpet downstairs? Okay. A couple days went by, and I'm like, I really need to clean this little spot up off the carpet downstairs. So, hey, babe, you know what? When you get home, can you take the shampooer downstairs? Okay, I'm going to get on it. Next day, shampoo is still upstairs. What did I do? I decided to take the shampooer down the stairs. What happens? It was heavy. I clipped and fell down the stairs.
Let me ask you a question on this. So let me ask you this
Did
question.
you hear everything
asked
she
you.
just
I
said?
heard everything she said, but I want to ask her this. Was he in the house when you brought the
No,
joint downstairs?
He wasn't in the house.
Was there any point where y'all was in the house together during that time span where you could have said, baby, take the, what's your name, downstairs?
I'm going to let him answer that question.
The last time she asked me to move that shampoo was to move it upstairs, which I did. That's why I was upstairs.
And you did it when she told you to do it, right?
No, I was a couple days.
Just be quiet. Just be quiet.
Cobb,
It's
you're
done.
not helping out
it
at
is
all.
done.
No, I'm not. I'll be honest. I don't do things now.
No, I mean, you do stuff.
75%.
Yeah.
75%. I do it right then and there. But a lot of times I'll be like, nah, I'll do it. I do things when I get around to it, and
that's not me though. Like if she tell me to do something at the moment, like I'll do it at the moment. But if you asking me to do something like and you want me to remember it, like 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna remember it. But like if you needed
That's
the laundry,
so disappointing.
But I mean, it's,
This is what I
it's a
told him this the other day.
concession,
I
though.
said, I have realized that I'm going to have to live with some fuck shit out my entire
That's what I'm
life
saying.
in
What-
this marriage
how
because
is it?
because
Oh my
it's
God.
like he
The
just
words
said
that's
he
attached
just
to
said
it.
just
The
because
words that's-
because he didn't curse. He said 9 times out of 10 I'm not going to remember it. So, but that's not something to say, oh my God, to. If your wife asks you to do something and then you say, well, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to remember
I'm
it.
not-
And then I say, oh God, now I have to realize.
But he
So
said
listen,
he said
I'm saying-
if he's like he was on his way, he's about to go to sleep when you asked him. So
So
he
what
fell
I'm
asleep
saying
and he
is,
was-
if we was,
Cobb, he told me this.
no,
Okay,
you're not hearing what Cobb's saying.
I heard what Cobb
I
said
don't
that you
think
were
you
about
are.
to fall asleep.
I don't think you.
But
I don't think you
Cobb,
are.
He knew he wasn't going to do it.
I knew
he
I was.
knew
Baby,
it.
baby,
he made his
baby,
mind
let
up.
me ask you a
This
question.
I knew he wasn't going to do it when he didn't say anything when I asked him the first time. I
'Cause you
asked
know
him
I
the
didn't
first
wanna
time.
do it
He
when you
said
asked me that.
nothing.
You knew I didn't wanna do
It was
it.
crickets. So I said, hello.
Did you make it seem like it was a sense of urgency that you needed the vacuum
It
right
was,
away?
Yo, it was random. Like we, first
This
of all,
what I
we have.
understand.
First of all, listen, we have a cleaners. A cleaning lady to come to the house, a new one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
'Cause I fired the old lady.
Yeah, she takes care of the house well.
Terrible.
You know what I'm saying?
She
So
don't
our
clean
carpet is
baseboards.
our carpet is
Oh.
looking good and all of that. You know what I'm saying? The last time I bought the vacuum, you know, and I told her, look, we need a vacuum. I went and got it. You know, I also at some point shampooed the joint. I told her we needed the shampoo. Blah blah blah. So all of these things, you know, we never talk about that. We never remember that. But
Wait, don't be petty like that. Don't do
All
that
right.
Bama shit.
What you
Seriously,
mean?
don't say I don't remember and I don't acknowledge that type of stuff because you know I do.
all right, well, you
just trying to be funny
she
now,
didn't
but I need you
acknowledge
to
on
be
this
real.
show. Okay, real here. So whenever she asks
you
me,
get beside
whenever
herself.
she asks me to do something, and I'm in the house, you know what I'm saying? I'll do it. Like if she needs the laundry taken downstairs, right? And she baby, I'm about to wash. Okay, can you take the laundry downstairs? Sure, I'll go get it. But what she'll do is the night after she'll say, baby, I'm washing tomorrow. Can you make sure you take the laundry downstairs?
I don't
And
wash
then-
anymore.
But I'm talking about this is something that she'll say, and then I'll forget about it. And so what she'll do is I'm in the house, she'll go upstairs and get the laundry herself just to prove a point. And I'm like, yo, so then I see her coming down the steps struggling, damn near falling down the steps. I'm like, yo, why didn't you just...
I don't make that sound.
I felt the tactile of falling down the stairs. I felt the tactile.
And so I'm like, yo, why you just can't ask me? Like, what's so frustrating about you asking me that? I understand, but, we spent a lot of time on this topic.
Because this is a very serious topic.
Oh, well, then we can keep going. So this is the thing.
No, whatever. No, I just wanted to say this is the last thing I'm gonna say about it. But one time
you
I
want the
remember.
last word?
No, I don't want the last word. I just need to say this. I remember one time you telling me and reminding me that Blake said this to me too. You never ask for help. You never ask for help. Well, when I ask for help, I get stuck.
Get help. When you ask for help, when you need help at that moment, you get help. There's nothing in the house that you say, I need this done right now, and people don't do. Don't even fake. You in that house is like you fucking, what's the dude that was on Lean on Me? The principal. That's how you are in the house.
Mr. Clark.
You are Mr. Clark in that
Batman.
house. So anytime that you in the house and you say something needs to be done, something gets done. So I don't even bring that shit up.
First they call me Batman, now they call me Crazy Joe.
She is Mr. Clark. Everybody be fair inside.
Whatever. This has been a beautiful episode of Friends and Smash Podcast.
We didn't even get to questions of nothing.
No, we ran out of time. We did spend a lot of time on that, but this has been such a great episode of Friends Who Smash Podcast.
Yes.
Thank you so much to the Cobbs that came through.
Yes.
Thank y'all for having us.
We got them drinking spizzy, healthy drinks with no shots.
No shots.
No, they
doing it for the Duncan.
They keeping it. They keeping it. They got liquor in the car. They about to
It's about to go down.
all of that's gonna be brown.
Let the people know if y'all have anything going on, how they can follow y'all, book y'all to DJ, and all of that good stuff.
You can follow me on Instagram, DJ_D Spade. I'm there. Everywhere else is DJ D Spade, Facebook, all that good stuff. Website coming soon.
Yes.
We got some things in the works. Look out for 2 Dope Spades.
Yeah, that's
What is
dope.
it called?
2 Dope Spades.
That's tight.
Oh, that's our hashtag, 2 Dope Spades.
That's dope.
tight.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
that's
That's
tight.
dope. Thank y'all so much. Oh, CC, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Hold up. First of all, can we congratulate you? Did we congratulate you on getting your? It's the
My
doc.
MBA, my
Yeah,
MBA.
yeah,
My
yeah,
master's.
her
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to that, man.
Yes,
That's
yes,
dope.
yes.
That's dope. That's
Yeah,
right.
my baby was there. I know it was rough. But
Yeah.
there were nights where I was like, babe, you got to get dinner. And
Difficult.
he's like, what you want me to get? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not even eating steak.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. But he definitely held me down.
Yeah.
That's what we should have
Supported
talked
me.
about. We should have asked them questions.
Who?
What?
How difficult it was to deal with that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you got a whole minute. Yeah. You got a whole minute.
I know it was
good.
challenging. It was just, grind time. And
Yeah.
it's, you got to focus. You got to write a 15-page paper by midnight, and it's 10:30.
Yeah.
And so, locking myself in my office, and he's just taking care of everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, nah.
Nah, I'm talking about me. F.
Nah, that's it.
15 pages by just 10:30. It got to be in by 12.
Well, see,
Are
that's
you-
my,
you're not
that's
giving
my
yourself credit.
procrastination. Yeah, that's my procrastination. Most of the time, they give you at least like 3 days.
Okay.
But yeah, it's with everything, and that was when DJing like kind of took off, and so between the both of us, we had weddings like every weekend, and so I'm literally sometimes on breaks at weddings doing homework
Yeah.
because it's just schedule's just that tight.
Yeah.
But yeah, he held me down. He supported me all the way through.
Yeah, Cobb.
Definitely wouldn't have been able to make it through without him.
Yes.
See?
Both of y'all got the
Yeah.
Go ahead. Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
I do some shit
Yeah,
sometimes.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know?
Oh, before we go though,
But- Go ahead.
Before we go, I did want to just recognize how you friend, and I appreciate you for reaching out to me and checking on me and really, really being there for me. Oh my God, thank you so much for being there for me when I was pregnant. I don't think I've really had the chance to thank you for that. Like in so many instances, you have shown up and without me even saying anything. So I wanted to thank you so much for being that type of friend to me, and also apologize for me being a lackluster friend and not checking in with you and just knowing what's going on with you, because I'm so busy. And I really appreciate that from you. I really do. I love you too, girl.
And
Yeah,
I just
no-
want
I
to
was gonna say, God, what you doing?
You know what
We
I'm
just dap up.
I just want to say to you, brother, you know, just
Hey,
keep
man.
putting on shea butter. You know what I'm saying?
Knuckles, make sure you get the
Yeah, make sure you get the knuckles.
This has been a beautiful episode of Friends Who Smash podcast. Shout out to Drink Spizzy.
Yes.
We live at Spizzy Studio at Drink Spizzy on
Yes.
Instagram. They have 2 locations, one in Brandywine and one in Temple Hill. Shout out to Vic and Tinsley for opening up the space.
Make sure.
Make sure you go to foreverdunkin.com right now.
See, you repeated yourself. You didn't mind repeating yourself just now.
You mother.
You repeat yourself for them, but you can't repeat yourself for me.
I'm repeating myself for them coins. We have new merch.
Repeat yourself with his dick. Now, how about that?
Okay. Foreverdunkin.com right now. We got new merch up. Make sure you share with your friends. Let them know that Friends Who Smash podcast is your #1 podcast.
Yes.
You can hear us all over. We're on YouTube. You know how to find us. Friends Who Smash podcast on Instagram. Friends Who Smash podcast at gmail.com if you're interested in becoming a guest. And that's all we got.
We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I love you, baby.
We out. Love you too. Peace.
Peace.
Black man in love. Black man in love here. Come on. I'm proud, she's mine. I'm loud about it, 'cause I love it.